welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to wrap your hands properly as a boxer and also common mistakes people make. First things first, we're just going to make sure our hand wraps are all rolled up. This is going to prevent them from creasing and also just keeps everything a little bit neater. So when we start off wrapping our hands, we're going to put the loop around the thumb and then just wrap around the wrist going down. Normally do this around 2 or 3 times, and then we're going to work back on ourselves, back over to the knuckle area. I'm going to go around the knuckles now 2 or 3 times. I'm going to come back down, up and around the thumb. That's just going to give a little bit more support to the thumb. Then we're going to go in between our fingers. Each time we're going in between, we're going to wrap it around our wrist. It just helps everything stay a little bit more secure. For the second time, same again. I'm just going to do exactly the same, around the wrist again. And then the third time, same applies, just back round the wrist. Finally, all we're going to do is go back over the knuckles 2 or 3 times again. Once we've gone over the knuckles, we're going to go back down to the wrist, make sure everything's covered there. And then lastly, all we're going to make sure is the Velcro is on the wrist area. And it's as easy as that. Just going to show you quickly now what it's going to look like. So you've got it in between the fingers, around the thumb, making sure everywhere is covered, plenty around the wrist, give it that wrist support, and that's it. Just going to go through a few mistakes I see people making, and the first one is wrapping around the wrist and not going low enough. So as you can see here, there's no support whatsoever, and that's just going to cause wrist injuries. Another mistake I see people doing is when they're wrapping around the knuckles, they end up going too far down the fingers, and that's just going to cause the wraps to come loose. Another mistake I see is not covering the knuckles enough. As you can see here, only half covered, and that's just going to cause little cuts, and they're a nightmare to heal. Next mistake I see is not wrapping around the thumb. That's going to give the thumb no support whatsoever. Next thing I see is people wrapping their hands too tight. That's just going to cause pain in their hands in the session, or the opposite way, they don't wrap it tight enough. It just causes them to come loose and come off. A little tip for you is now to finish. You've got a rough side and a smooth side to the wraps. When you put your wraps on, always make sure the smooth side is facing up. Otherwise, you're going to get to the end of the wraps and notice the Velcro is facing the wrong way. So yeah, a little tip for you there. Hope this video helped. If it did, give us a thumbs up. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.